Imagine this, one single thought turning you from broke and unknown into a millionaire. Sounds impossible? Napoleon Hill spent 20 years studying 500 millionaires to prove it's real. And he uncovered 13 steps anyone can follow, that create success. In this video, you'll get the exact playbook. But stay with me until the end, because without the final lesson, everything else collapses. Phase 1, the foundation. Chapter 1, desire. Know exactly what you want. Here is a man who had nothing. No money, no connections, no special skills. But he had one thing most people never truly have, a burning, crystal-clear desire. His name was Edwin C. Barnes. The moment he saw a photo of Thomas Edison, he decided he would become his business partner. He couldn't even afford a ticket to New Jersey, so he jumped a freight train, walked into Edison's office, and begged for a chance. Edison didn't make him a partner. Instead, he gave Barnes a low-level job. But Barnes showed up day after day for years, holding on to the vision. Then came his chance. Edison needed someone to sell his new dictating machine. Barnes crushed the sales and earned the partnership he had imagined years before. That's the pattern behind every success story. Not vague wishes, but desires so strong you'd endure years of struggle. Hill gives us a 6-step formula. Decide exactly what you want. Be specific. Decide the price you'll pay. Time, skills, effort. Set a deadline. A dream without a date is just a wish. Write a plan and start today, even messy. Put it all into one clear statement. Read it every morning and night, picturing yourself already living it. Your turn. What's your Barnes-level goal? So strong you'd take the freight train, the low-level job, and wait years if needed. Without this burning desire, no amount of talent or luck will carry you. But with it, you become unstoppable. Chapter 2, Faith. Believe it before you see it. Desire says, I want it. Faith says, it's already mine. In 1995, Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson sat in his car with just $7 in his pocket after being cut from football. He told himself one thing, I'm destined for something bigger. That belief fueled everything, wrestling, Hollywood, rejection after rejection, until the world caught up to the picture in his mind. Faith is seeing your goal so vividly it feels real long before it appears. Hill's daily formula for building faith. Read your statement aloud morning and night. Feel the emotions as if it's already true. Visualize yourself living it now. Take one small action immediately after reading it. Protect your mind. No negative talk, no toxic people. Faith isn't ignoring problems. It's refusing to let them set your limits. When combined with desire, nothing can stop you. Question: when life knocks you down, do you see the end or the beginning of your comeback? Chapter 3, Autosuggestion. Make belief stick. In the early 1990s, Jim Carrey was broke, living in a rundown apartment, struggling for acting jobs. Instead of focusing on lack, he programmed his mind for the future. He wrote himself a check for $10 million, dated it 5 years ahead, and carried it in his wallet. Every day, he visualized cashing it. Almost 5 years later, Dumb and Dumber hit, with a $10 million paycheck. That's autosuggestion, feeding your subconscious until it accepts an idea as real and guides your actions. Hill's process. Set 2 daily triggers, like brushing teeth and setting your alarm. Use those moments to read your statement. Make your environment a reminder. Lock screen, desk card, sticky notes. When a negative thought comes, reset by saying your statement out loud. Each night, write, today I did blank toward my goal. Challenge. What bold statement will you repeat daily until your life has no choice but to catch up? Phase 2, The Plan. Chapter 4, Specialized Knowledge, Learn What You Need. In 1919, a newspaper mocked Henry Ford, calling him ignorant. In court, lawyers tested him with history questions. Finally, Ford said, "Why memorize facts when I can press a button and summon men who know them?" That's the difference between general knowledge and specialized knowledge. General knowledge is everywhere. Specialized knowledge applied to a definite purpose builds empires. Think Steve Jobs. He wasn't an engineer. He had vision, and he partnered with Steve Wozniak, who had the technical skills. How to use it? Define your target. List 3 to 5 key skills needed. Decide, learn them yourself or borrow from others. Run a 30-day mini project to apply them. Build a small board of 2 to 3 people to review progress weekly. Ask yourself, are you just collecting information or learning only what moves you closer to your goal? Chapter 5, Imagination. Turn ideas into reality. In 2007, 2 broke roommates in San Francisco couldn't pay rent. A design conference was in town, hotels sold out. Their idea? Put 3 air mattresses on the floor, serve breakfast, and rent them online. They called it Air Bed and Breakfast. That tiny experiment became Airbnb, now worth billions. Hill calls imagination the workshop of the mind. 2 types: synthetic imagination, combine existing ideas in new ways; creative imagination, flashes of inspiration. Examples: Airbnb, Velcro, Netflix. How to practice. Keep a running list of ideas. Take one business and brainstorm 3 ways to apply it in another niche. Add constraints, like how would I solve this with $100? Build a small demo and test with real people. Question: what's your air mattress idea? Small today, but massive if developed. Chapter 6, Organized Planning. From idea to action. Netflix began with DVDs by mail. Then they pivoted, streaming. Later, originals like Stranger Things. Each shift wasn't luck, but organized planning. Here's Hill's framework. Define the outcome, pick one clear metric. Break it into 3 to 5 steps with deadlines. Translate into weekly actions. Map resources, skills, budget, people. Block time on your calendar. Review weekly, adapt when needed. Most fail not because goals are impossible, but because plans stay vague or they quit after setbacks. Remember, defeat is just feedback. Ask, which 2 weaknesses slow me most? Which 2 strengths push me forward? Build around that.
Build your mastermind. Define a 90-day goal. Choose 2 to 4 complementary people. Offer value first. Meet weekly. Keep harmony. Bias to action. Question: who are the 2 to 3 people you could invite to multiply your strength? Phase 4, the upper levels. Chapter 10, Sex Transmutation. Channel your strongest energy. In 1974, Muhammad Ali faced George Foreman, the heavy favorite. Ali knew he couldn't match power for power. So he disciplined every part of his life, channeled all energy into one purpose: winning. Using his rope-a-dope strategy, he knocked Foreman out in the 8th round. Hill says sexual energy, raw human drive, can be redirected into creativity, persistence, and charisma. Left unchecked, it distracts. Controlled, it fuels greatness. Chapter 11, The Subconscious Mind. The link between desire and reality. Your subconscious records everything: beliefs, fears, emotions, and acts on what dominates your thoughts. Feed it fear, it creates obstacles. Feed it belief, it creates opportunities. Michael Phelps used visualization before every race, imagining every stroke, even problems. In Beijing, 2008, his goggles filled with water mid-race. He stayed calm, counted strokes, and won gold. He had already lived the moment in his mind. Hill's rules: guard your thoughts, Attach strong emotion to goals. Use repetition daily. Avoid negative influences. Your subconscious is always shaping your life. The question is, are you guiding it, or is it guiding you? Chapter 12. The Brain. Send and receive opportunity. Hill saw the brain as a radio, broadcasting your strongest thoughts and picking up signals from others. That's why obsession works. When you focus with emotion, opportunities seem to find you. Modern psychology calls it selective attention. Learn a new word and suddenly you see it everywhere. Your brain amplifies when combined with others, the mastermind effect. Tips: keep focus on a definite purpose. Charge thoughts with emotion. Surround yourself with driven people. Stay alert for insights. When tuned in, your brain becomes a magnet for success. Chapter 13. The Sixth Sense. Trust your inner guidance. When the other 12 principles align, something new awakens. The sixth sense. It's intuition, ideas arriving at the perfect moment. Steve Jobs said, "Have the courage to follow your heart and intuition. They somehow already know what you truly want to become." How to prepare. Master the first 12 steps. Keep your definite purpose front and center. Create quiet daily space, walks, journaling, reflection. Pay attention to flashes of insight. But before this sense works fully, you must defeat the final enemy, fear. The final battle, the 6 ghosts of fear. Napoleon Hill warns of 6 fears that silently destroy dreams: poverty, criticism, ill health, loss of love, old age, death. These fears whisper. They tell you to wait for the perfect time, to take the safe path, to lower your goals. But fear is a liar. Every principle collapses if fear takes control. The people you admire most didn't wait for perfect timing. They acted while fear whispered in their ear. So the real question is, will you let fear run your life, or will you take the first step? Conclusion. In the end, Hill's message isn't just about money. It's about building the life you truly want, if you refuse to let fear control you. So decide what you want. Start today with what you have right where you are. Because the only thing standing between you and the life you want is the decision to begin. If this summary lit a spark, hit like, subscribe, and drop in the comments what's your Barnes level goal. Together, let's think and grow rich.